Hi, it's JamesAnimalHarrison. It's Tip Tuesday, and today we're going to talk about your drum thrones. And I'm a pretty big guy. I always have been. And when I was young, the drum thrones were very lightweight, came down on into a single post at an angle with two little kickstand type things that came back. Mine was Slingerland. It was probably maybe 10 inches big. They were pretty small. And I loved it in the 80s when all of a sudden the big drum thrones started becoming popular. The reason I'm saying that is because I've tried several over the years, and having played in a lot of house gigs and a lot of gigs that I had a River Festival gig where we were on stage for 4 hours. Well, we were backing up all kinds of other artists, but we never got to leave the stage. And it was on television too, and I mean, my legs and my back and everything were killing me. And over time, I learned that to not have back problems and to not have issues, you need a comfortable throne. You need to invest in a good throne. When you're young, you don't care. When you get older, trust me, you will care. The throne that I'm using right now, I brought it out here. This is pretty thick. This is a Orange County drums and percussion. I actually bought this from a Guitar Center. It's pretty comfortable, pretty cushy. I like that. And it's probably a good 14 inches or so around. But 2 reasons that I bought it. One of them, it says maximum weight, 500 pounds. Obviously, I'm not 500 pounds. But it's nice to know that it can handle that kind of weight. And secondly, the one thing I always look for on any drum throne is how big, no matter how big the seat is, how big is this center post and how is it mounted? This center post is pretty solid, but it actually sticks out another 1.5 to 2 inches past everything. So it's got 2 mounting posts, and I like that a lot. So this is my main drum throne right now. I also have one that I have beat to death and used forever. Excuse me, a little hair running around, dog hair. And it is made by World Percussion. A guy named Dave Johns in Boise turned me on to that. I think it was World Max Percussion. And it's super cushy and super large. And I used that at the house gig in Hannah's for years and years and years. And it took a beating, and like a Timex, it takes a licking and keeps on ticking. So I prefer the round drum thrones. My 2 main ones right now are World Max. I still have it. And that one. Now on my jazz kit, I don't care if the throne is round or not, because I don't typically play heel up when I do that kind of stuff. And I don't feel like I have to move on the throne at all. Where when you get the tractor style seats, which is what we're talking like this, motorcycle tractor style, where it's cut away, you don't have a lot of options on this seat. You sit down, you can't move around, it's the way you have to sit. This is a Tama one, and it's fairly decent. This is sitting on my jazz kit most of the time right now. But I wouldn't want to take this one on the road, and the reason why, 2 reasons why, is they have a little locking mechanism that I've seen strip out on some other people's throne, I don't know. Secondly, this is similar to the other throne I just had, but it's only that. So as big and, you know, as big as this seat is, you know, there's a good, I don't know, 4, almost 5 inches of throne with no support of any kind. So I don't feel like you can move on it very well, everything. And they're okay. I also have a rocking sock here that I use sometimes on the jazz kits, that I actually put a back on it. I put that there to not lose the back, but to be honest with you, I hardly ever use the back part of it. But I thought I wanted to try one. And this is kind of a cast iron setting and everything, so it's pretty good and stuff. And so I know that this is not cast aluminum, it's pretty strong, so, and it's a pretty good size square. So this throne's a lot more sturdy feeling than the Tama one. Again, it's a tractor style seat. This is rock and sock. I would prefer the round one. When I bought it, I just tried this one because I got a good deal on it. If I had my druthers, I'd rather have round. So I also have several other thrones that I've sold off to students along the way. I used to buy them. There's a lot of good ones out there. To me, you have to have the spiral, the screw top system with a locking mechanism of some kind, and double brace, heavy duty. Because I'm a big guy, but if you're moving around there a lot, that's a lot of bouncing and pressure on a throne. You don't want a cheap one. I have some friends that have the newer style thrones that have the cutout in the middle of them. And there's at least 3 companies that I know of that have them now, where they're supposed to be good for your spine. They cut out the entire middle section, so there's 2 pieces and that's cut out. I sat on a friend's. I wasn't on it long enough to tell you if it made a difference or not, but I know a lot of people speak very highly of them. I'm just going to tell you this for my quick tip. When you're young, you don't have enough money, you want to buy a throne that just gets by, that's fine. Once you start gigging a lot, setting up, tearing down, you want to have something that's going to be durable. You want something that comes out 3 to 4 legs, spinning, locking mechanism, memory lock, whatever. And you don't want a throne that's going to wobble and do all those kind of things. You want it to be rock solid, no pun intended. But that's definitely what you want. And the good ones are going to cost you some money. So, you know, when it comes time to, you know, what do you want for Christmas? Say, I want a good drum throne. If you get a good one, it'll last you a long, long time. So there's my tip. Get a good drum throne. Trust me, your body will thank you for it later. Thanks.